Hey, 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 hey. Who's on here with me tonight? Jackie Lou Who. Jackie's in the house. I love Excel. It's my favorite. I have a monster in my room over here tonight. What are you building an Excel sheet for? Really? I thought you would have done good at Excel. Teach you what I know. You don't think much to it. Hell, if I can learn it, anybody can learn it. What, baby girl? What you doing? I'm gonna show you what I got going on over here tonight. Look at that, baby. Ain't she cute? Dog sitting this weekend. Oh, now wait a minute. We're talking tables and charts. I'm not as good at that. I can flubber my way through it, but I'm not as good. Much less teach somebody. To me, that's not spreadsheet. That's a wholly completely different can of worms there. What, baby? You about ready to go night night? Mm-hmm. You about ready to go night night? Hey, Cindy Lou Who, how are you? Good baby girl. Audrey! That I can understand. I got stabbed twice today. Boy. Audrey. Georgia says hi. No, you're not getting up here. Lay down. Bless it. I think she's about ready for bed. I know I am. Oh, Cindy, is Michael coming tonight? Mr. James coming tonight? You want up here? Come on. Come on. She's gonna make me pet her the whole time. All right, Miss Jackie, we'll let you listen. Okay. All right, Miss Cindy, we'll give him a few more minutes. Vincey's gonna be late. Sweet girl. Her head's over here, look, scratching underneath it, and she's just like. So I went to the doctor today. Stop it, you talking about it. I do this a lot of times before I get ready to read for some reason. I think it's the process of me letting out carbon monoxide. I went to the doctor today, and it's my annual physical, and I had lost 16 pounds from a year ago. 16 pounds. I told her, I said, you need to write me a note saying that I don't have to go back into the office. It's healthier for me to work from home. My blood pressure was lower. So nice. Dang, I even have a bra on tonight. I got boobies up here. They're not that big. Good gosh, Lord, no, they're not that big. They just look big on here. But all of me looks big on here, so who cares? It is what it is. One more minute and I'm going to start, because otherwise Cindy and I are going to go to sleep. Oh, honey, I think you would have been on here before Vincey anyway, because I no sooner got on here and you were like, bam, there you are. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. Before I start yawning again. My throat's dry too, because one of my medications they started me on this year. Okay, if you guys will remember, this is Grandma's Silent Auction. In January, there was Hawk. And then last month was Malcolm. Hawk was like a computer geek, I believe. I remember correctly. I can't even remember. And Malcolm was a race car driver. So tonight we're going to meet a new guy. And for those that are just joining us, this series was written by Michael James. There's 12 books in the series. And Sierra is the main character in it. And her grandmother is really rich and really crazy. And she wants Sierra to settle down and get married. Well, Sierra's got her own business and she's just too busy to deal with. Plus, she's had sorry luck with guys. So her grandmother tricked her and did a silent auction for her. So each month she has to go spend a month with a different guy. And she fell in love with the first guy. And then she turned around and she fell in love with the second guy. So let's get started and we'll see where the third guy leads us. I entered the restroom at the airport and set Alaska on the counter in her little carrier. I look at myself in the mirror. God, I look horrible. Hey, Miss Shirley. Better late than never. I'm just getting started. Cindy, if I missed anything that they need to be told, please feel free to remind them because I'm not here. I'm not with it today. Um, I didn't bother applying makeup this morning. I knew would just get ruined if I did. Saying goodbye to Malcolm wasn't easy. It wasn't easy saying goodbye to Honk either. I thought it would be easier being this is the second time I've had to do this, but I was wrong. So very wrong. How is it possible to have feelings for two men? Malcolm and Honk are not very much alike. Malcolm is my sweet, caring, loving, sexy nerd. Honk, oops, I had their names backwards, didn't I? Oops. Honk is my wild, fun-loving, sexy race car driver. Malcolm brings the romance level, and Honk brings the live on the edge of your seat level. I'm anxious to see what Warwick will bring to the table. Warwick Winthrop. I know nothing about him because I still don't have the 3-ring binder my Graham supplied me with. It's somewhere in my apartment. Being back in the city, not far from my apartment, maybe I can find time to scoot home and retrieve it. I only knew this because I had to call Grams to ask. I think she was irritated with me for not being prepared. She really didn't like it that I didn't come home when I was supposed to. I spent the extra days with Hawk instead. If I hadn't broken her rules, I would have had the information I needed. She also wouldn't have had to make new arrangements for me to meet someone by the name of Barbara Melton at the airport. I know nothing about her except for her name. I was supposed to get off the plane and search for her holding a sign with my name on it. Oops, I broke another rule by not doing that because here I am in the airport bathroom trying to compose myself. I look at my puppy in her carrier. She seems content since she's chewing on her chew toy filled with peanut butter. I guess the flight didn't bother her at all. I look back at my reflection in the mirror. I touch underneath my eyes that are a bit puffy. Christ, I've cried more in the last 2 months than I have in the last couple of years. I open my purse and get out some makeup and start applying some foundation. I'm not going to go into my full routine, but I should at least make myself look presentable. Okay, maybe I'm just stalling a little bit too. I'm not really jumping for joy that I will soon be meeting the third guy from Graham's secretive silent auction. I can't fully say that there's not a smidgen of curiosity in me to what Warwick is all about. I just don't want to get any feelings for him. I already have feelings for two men. I do not need to add a third guy into the mix. I put all my makeup back in my purse. I then run my fingers through my hair. I glance at Alaska. Okay, girl, I guess we gotta go find this Barbara lady before someone puts out a missing person report on us. I pick the carrier up and put the strap over my shoulder. Here goes nothing, Alaska. I exit the restroom, not knowing for sure where I should go. I'm looking up at the signs that hang down from the ceiling. I should probably find my luggage first. I'm not sure where to go for that since I arrived on Hawk's private plane. Sierra Burbank, right? That's me. I'm Barbara Melton. She holds out her hand. I reach out mine and shake her hand. I saw you exit the terminal and go right for the restroom. I took the liberty of getting your baggage. Oh, if you're ready, the car is waiting. I'm ready. I walked beside Barbara, who was wheeling my luggage. I tried to take it from her, but she said she had it. When we get outside, a town car is waiting. The driver takes my suitcase and puts it in the trunk. I get in the back seat, and Barbara gets in on the other side. I feel awkward. I don't know if I should strike up a conversation or not. Denise, Malcolm's assistant, was friendly, and so was Malcolm's driver, Pat. But after meeting Bethany, I feel a little bit cautious. Maybe I should reserve myself and not keep getting friendly with so many people. So, Mr. Winthrop is still tied up and won't be free until after 5. It's almost 3, so we are going to go right to his house and wait for Shay. Okay, who is Shay? His daughter. Oh, I wasn't aware Warwick is a father. You will love Shay. She's brilliant and so damn cute. How old is she? She'll be 6 next month. I'm a tad bit thrown back by this. I know nothing about kids. I have no idea how to be a mother figure. Do I even need to be a mother figure? I'm sure the little girl has a mother. Maybe I'll just be like a friend to her. I don't know how to be friends with an almost 6-year-old. I'm freaking out a little on the inside. I am going to mess this all up. I just know I will. God help me. What do you do for Warwick? Or are you family? I'm the nanny. Are you a living nanny? I go home to my husband every night unless Warwick is traveling. How long have you been a nanny? Since Shay was born, but I became a nanny when I was 18. I quit for a while to be home for my own son. How old is he? He's in his 20s. He recently joined the military. Barbara seems nice enough. I wonder if she'll talk about Warwick if I ask her questions. I'm sure she was told to keep her lips sealed. However, the suspense is killing me. So he has a daughter? What else should I know about him? Oh, we are here. Well, there went that question right out the window. I look out the window. Wow, his home is very nice and very big. It is a light colored brick home with a gated driveway. There is a 2-car garage, and it seems his property is a decent size. The car pulls right up out front instead of at the garage. His driveway is a horseshoe shape, which is why the driver can stop out front. Barbara doesn't wait for the driver to get out to open her door, so I don't either. I put the strap of Alaska's carrier over my shoulder. I'm sure she's going to need to go potty soon. It's been hours since she's been out of her little tote. The driver gets my luggage from the trunk, and Barbara is right there to take it. I follow her up the paved steps to the front door. She enters the code on the keyboard and enters. I'll give you a tour, then I'll show you your room. Okay. Oh, and I should probably let my puppy go out to go potty. I'm not sure Mr. Winthrop will like that you have a puppy, so after you take her out, maybe it's best you put her back in the carrier. Well, I sure am not leaving her crated for the next month, even if I break the rules and live in my own apartment the entire month. I refuse to have Alaska pinned up, and I sure as hell will not be separated from her. We are a package deal. Chapter 2. Sierra. I've been outside for the past 45 minutes with Alaska. I've been thinking about Barbara's comment that Warwick might not allow my puppy to be here. I am all for respecting his wishes. I hope he'll respect mine if I choose not to stay here. I am hoping she was just being cautious because of her uncertainty about the situation. I also have to take into consideration that possibly he or his daughter could have an allergy to an animal dandruff, fur, or whatever it is that causes people to have an allergic reaction to animals. I would completely understand if that were the case. I'm trying to remain calm until I know the facts. Are you all right? You've been out here a while. I'm fine. Alaska's been in her carrier for quite a while, so I want to give her some playtime. I know what I said came out wrong. I am unsure how Warwick feels about having animals in his home. I just want you to wait until he's here to make his own decisions. Are one of them allergic to animals? Barbara has a seat next to me on the patio. Either way, I do understand your concern. Not that I'm aware of. You don't know Warwick. It's just that he's very protective of Shay. You are right. I don't know him or his daughter. I see nothing wrong with being protective of the people you love. That is why I decided to stay out here for a while. Barbara looks at her watch. I have to go and get Shay off the bus. Should I just stay out here until he gets home to introduce me to his daughter? Not at all. Warwick told her a friend was coming to visit. A friend? I watch over my shoulder as Barbara goes back into the house. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. It's stressful enough having to meet a new guy, and to add a kid into the mix has my nerves on edge even more. I wish I were meeting Warwick first. I don't know what he told his daughter about me. I glance around the yard. I honestly want to run and hide. I should have told Barbara I'd be more comfortable waiting until Warwick was here. As I said before, she made it. As I said before, I know nothing about kids. I never even so much as babysit before. Pray I don't mess things up, Alaska. I may need all the prayers I can get. She named her husky Alaska, and we got a Georgia bulldog down here. Just saying. I glance over my shoulder once again when I hear the back door open. I smile when the little girl's eyes light up. She comes running toward me. You have a puppy! How can I play with it? Sure. I said Alaska to the ground, and Shay tried to snap her fingers. My puppy goes right over to her. Her name is Alaska. She's so cute. Thank you. The two of them play for a short time. I sit here and watch. Shay is a very cute little girl with her brown pigtails, big brown eyes, and she has the cutest laugh. I can't help but wonder if she looks like her daddy or her mommy. Shay, your after school snack is ready. Shay looks right at me. Can I bring Alaska inside with me? You can, but she will have to go in her carrier. Why? Oh, you can, but she'll have to go in her carrier. Why? I don't have permission from your daddy yet to have her here. Can we come back outside after my snack? Sure, if it's okay with Barbara. Shay stands, picks Alaska up, and hands her over to me. I put Alaska in her carrier. My puppy barks and Shay laughs. Damn, she is a cutie. She takes my hand. If we eat fast, we can come right back out. I smile and hide my laugh. Personally, I like the way she thinks. Since I don't know the layout of the house because I never got the tour Barbara talked about, I follow Shay to the kitchen. Barbara has Shay's snacks waiting for her at the breakfast bar. I put Alaska on the floor and Shay. Let's see, checking my dog. Put Alaska on the floor and Shay pats the seat for me to sit next to her. I look at Barbara as Shay picks up her chocolate chip cookie. Where is Sierra's cookie and milk? Oh, I'm fine. You don't want a cookie? She asked me. There are plenty to spare, Barbara states. Okay, sure, I'll have a cookie. Shay bites into her cookie again. Barb makes the best ones. When she gives me a cookie and I bite into it, I have to agree it is very good. Shay eats her cookie as fast as she can and drinks down her milk. She gets down from the breakfast bar. I have to go and wash my hands, then I will be ready to go back outside. She runs off and I giggle. Barbara cleans up after Shay. She's so cute. I know. I know. She's a very lovable child. I worry how this month will impact her. Because of me? Yes, I worry she will become attached to you and then you'll be gone. I have no intentions of hurting her. I know you don't, but I still worry. Understandable. I like Barbara. I can see that she really cares about Shay's well being. I also think that Barbara is going to be keeping her eyes on me. I can't blame her. I am the outsider here, and she's been in Shay's life since she was born. I would be the same way if I were in her shoes. Okay, my hands are all washed. I'm ready. What are you ready for? A man's voice says from behind us. Daddy! She goes running to her dad. Here goes nothing. I turn around in my seat as Warwick enters the kitchen. Oh my! He is a very tall, well built man. He picks Shay up and hugs her to his body. She looks super tiny compared to his big frame. Shay grabs his face and gives her daddy a kiss. How is my best girl today? I'm good. Sierra and I are going outside so that I can play with Alaska again. He looks right at me and smiles. Who is Alaska? Her puppy. I told Sierra I was unsure if you would want a puppy running freely in the house. Sierra is our guest. That means so is her puppy. I smile. That is such a relief. Shay grabs her dad's face. So, can I let her out? Yes, as long as it's okay with Sierra. He puts Shay to her feet. Can I? Can I? Of course you can. Warwick comes over to where I am. Damn, he looks even taller standing so close to me. Hi. I repeat his words. Hi. Have you settled in yet? I haven't. I figured since your luggage is in the foyer, how about I give you the grand tour? Sure. I glance at my puppy. I'm a little worried about leaving her unattached. Shay, can you watch Alaska while Daddy shows Sierra the house? You bet I will. Warwick tells Barbara she is done for the day and that she won't be needed tomorrow. He adds that she might not be needed the rest of the week. She frowns, unhappy with hearing that news, possibly. I wonder if it's because she can't keep an eye on me or if she didn't want the time off. Looks like I'll be hitting up the movie theater tomorrow. Sierra, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Same to you, Barbara. Barbara gathers her purse and keys from the counter and then leaves the kitchen after giving Shay a huge goodbye. I peek through my lashes at Warwick. My stomach knots up and my palms become sweaty. I'm about to spend a long time with a man I don't even know. Chapter 3 Warwick. My practice ran over today. I was disappointed that I couldn't pick Sierra up myself from the airport. It would have been nice to meet the girl before my daughter did. It is what it is, though. Life can't stop just because I decide to give love a second shot. I still have a job to do, and right now it is important as it's getting whipped back in shape. Our season is nearing. Spring training starts next week. I picked a hell of a time to disrupt mine and Shay's routines. Although I am hoping Sierra isn't a disruption. I am hopeful that love can conquer all. I sure do miss companionship of a woman being in my life. Once I was done with batting practice, there was a team meeting with the management team. All right, he's already my favorite guy just because he's a baseball player, and that's my favorite. I was just going to say he's my favorite one now just because he's a baseball player. And baseball's my favorite sport. I know this meeting is important. However, I couldn't help but daydream of the girl I am about to meet. Sierra's grandmother, Millie, reached out to me. My first thought was, this lady's crazy. Then I saw Sierra's picture and I couldn't pass up the chance to meet her, date her, and possibly fall in love. The girl made my heart skip a few beats, if you know what I mean. If it doesn't work out, at least the money goes to a good cause. I will also know if I'm ready to enter the dating world again. Honestly, I am not 100% sure I am. I entered the house and I heard the voices in the kitchen. I figured that was right where they would be since Barbara keeps a tight schedule. I know it's snack time. The woman is amazing with my daughter. I would kind of be a little lost if it weren't for her guidance and advice. When I hired her, I hired more than a nanny. I got the whole package. Barbara loves Shay as if she were her own child. I never have to worry about my daughter's well being with her watching over Shay. What are you ready for? I ask as I enter the kitchen. Daddy! Shay comes running into my arms as she does every day. This is one of the best times of the day. I cherish each hug of her excitement and excitement from her. I know this won't last forever. How is my best girl today? I'm good. Sierra and I are going outside so that I can play with Alaska again. Who is Alaska? Her puppy. Barbara says, I told Sierra I was unsure if you would want a puppy running freely in the house. Sierra is our guest. That means so is her puppy. I can see the relief wash over Sierra's body. So I can let her out? Yes, as long as it's okay with Sierra. I put Shay to her feet. Can I? She asked Sierra. Of course you can. I walk over to where she sits at the breakfast nook. Hi. Well, that was lamer than I was going for. She repeats my words. Hi. Have you settled in yet? I haven't. I figured since your luggage is in the foyer, how about I give you the grand tour? I would like that. Shay, can you be a good girl, a big girl, and watch the puppy for us? Before I start to give Sierra the tour of the house, I tell Barbara I don't need her tomorrow. She seems disappointed. She knows her time with Shay will be less and less for the next few months. I have spring training starting, and that means traveling. Barbara doesn't travel with us unless I absolutely need her to. I show Sierra the downstairs part of the house first: the living room, family room, dining room, playroom, home office, downstairs bathroom, and the sunroom. She already saw the kitchen and the back patio. Sometimes I think this house is too big for just me and Shay. Ready to see the upstairs? I am. I grab her luggage in the foyer. I thought I was supposed to take you shopping. That is my Graham's rules. I find it crazy as I have my own clothing line. I joke. You best not get me in trouble with Millie. She's a feisty one. She laughs. Yes, she is, but I got your back. We stop outside the first door. This is my shoe room. Athletes can't have enough sneakers to wear. Oh? I open the door and allow her in first. I was just joking about this being my shoe room. She slaps my arm. You got me. I thought you were serious. I laugh. This is your room. I set her suitcase down near the closet. I figure it would be a good time to tell her we will be traveling next week. Mm-hmm. My spring training starts next week. Oh, you play baseball? Yep, it was my first true love. Are you in the big league? Yes, I am. I wear the pinstripes. Oh, how cool is that? I've never been to a game before. I've always wanted to go. Every year I say I'm going, but then something comes up. Good. I look forward to taking you to your first game. Ready to see more? I sure am. We go across the hall to my room, then to Shay's room. I don't bother showing her the other spare rooms. I was thinking we could go out to dinner. Would you like that? Would you be upset if we stayed in and maybe ordered takeout? Sounds fine with me. I'll take you out tomorrow night. When Sierra smiles, it lights up the room. This woman is so damn beautiful. How is a girl like her single? Someone should have swept her off her feet by now. That makes me wonder if one of the other guys have done that. Have they beaten me to the plate? I cross my fingers that they haven't. I'm just about ready to ask her a question, but she beats me to it. Why did you do this? I mean, why me? Never mind, you don't need to answer that. I will answer. I rub the back of my neck and hope I don't fuck this up. I saw your profile and I couldn't resist getting to know you. Can I ask you another question? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. You can. How else are you going to get to know how else are we going to get to know each other if we don't ask each other ask each other things, right? Shay's mother, is she in the picture? I didn't expect that question. No, I have full custody of her. I don't know why I didn't tell her the full truth. I guess I'm just not ready to give her that part of me. So I don't need to worry about a jealous ex or anything. You seem nice and Shay is lovely. I just don't want to be in the middle of any drama. You have nothing to worry about. We went back downstairs and I found the takeout menus. We decided on Mexican. I probably ordered way too much food for the three of us. Shay and Sierra are playing with the puppy. I didn't know anything about the dog. Shay seems to really like it. After this month is over with, I have a feeling my daughter will be begging me for one. I suppose it would be better than a cat. I really don't have the time for an animal, regardless if it were a dog, cat, or horse. My lifestyle isn't the best for an animal. We travel so much by plane and bus. I guess this month will be a test. Chapter 4. How many chapters do I normally read of his? 4 or 5? All right, you guys are talking a lot. Yeah, they are. I was going to say, so you can hit their ass on the way by when they're running, Nina. All right, we're reading chapter 4, Sierra. I voluntarily said I'd clean up dinner while Warwick gets Shay ready for bed. We had Mexican takeout and ate in the living room. Warwick and Shay called that carpet picnics. I was blessed enough to be part of it. They tell me it's their thing, and I'm the only person who has been welcome to join their private picnic. I have to admit, I really enjoyed it. It made me feel special. I found it more enjoyable than going to some fancy restaurant. Not only was the food great, but so was watching Shay's favorite movie while we ate. It's been a very long time since I watched a Disney movie. I forgot what it's like to sink back into being a kid again, watching fairy tales unfold. I have to say, meeting these two have been very delightful. I put all the leftovers in the refrigerator. Warwick ordered enough food to feed 2 families. I'm full from taste testing everything he had ordered. It was worth every bite. When I'm finished in the kitchen, I sneak upstairs. I bypass my room and stand outside of Shay's room. I overhear him reading a good night story. I lean on the wall just outside the door and listen. I feel as if I'm intruding. It's rude to be eavesdropping on them. As much as I don't want to overstep their privacy, I don't find myself able to walk away. I stay in my place until I hear him say the end. He tells us good night. He tells her good night and that he loves her. She does the same. I push off the wall, ready to walk away when I hear him tell him she likes me. Hear her tell him she likes me. It warms my heart. I like her too. I pop my head into the room. Good night, Shay. Night, Sierra. I'm really glad you're here. Me too. Warwick comes to the door and shuts the lights off. Sweet dreams, Nugget. Nugget? That's cute. He shuts the door. Care to have a nightcap with me? I'd like that. Warwick tells me he'll get us a glass of wine and that I should go ahead and make myself comfortable in the living room. I do just that. I turn the television off before I get comfortable. I must say the man's couch is very cozy. It's the type that you sink right into. I lean on the armrest and kick my feet up. Your wine, madame. I giggle at his lightheartedness. Thank you so much, kind sir. Warwick sits at the opposite end of the couch. Shay isn't the only one that's glad you're here. I am as well. I smile. I was eavesdropping. Do you read to her every night? I try. It's harder when we travel. Shay always travels with you? Not always. I try to balance her life as much as possible. I want her to attend school, and I want her with me. It must be difficult when you two aren't together. It is, but we manage quite well. She understands I have a job to do and that she does as well. It's not always easy being an only parent. I wouldn't trade her for anything though. I really want to ask about Shay's mother. Again, I decided against it. I'm sure he'll open up about that when he's comfortable with me. Until then, I'll just enjoy getting to know them. After all, it's him I'm here for. I am not here to pry into his past. Work talks about tomorrow as we sit here having a glass of wine. He's telling me that he has to go to the stadium for a few hours and would like for me to join him. Shay has school, but we'll be done before she gets out. He has to be there by 9. I'm thrilled about going since I haven't ever been to the ball field before. I am a bit nervous about the possibility of meeting his teammates. After the bullshit I went through with Bethany, Hawk's assistant, I would be more cautious about meeting new people. I don't need to add to the stress I've already been through. I tell Warwick that my shop isn't too far from here. I tell him my best friend Porter works for me. I was hesitant to ask if he'd like to see it. I caved and asked because honestly, I miss work. I miss my friend. We haven't really talked all that much. I was excited that he said he'd love to see it. He was planning on going once Shay gets home. He added we can go out to dinner afterwards. It makes me happy that he seems delighted that I asked him to see inside my world. I yawn. It's been quite a long day. Once again, it's also been a roller coaster of emotions. Leaving Honk and then getting swept into a new man's home on the same day was probably not a bright idea on my part. I have to admit, I was caught up in the moment of wanting to be with Hawk a few more days. I probably should have gone home for those few days to adjust to the change. I'm learning this as I go. I don't think there's a book of rules on how to date 10 men in 10 months. Well, I guess there is if I were to follow Graham's rules. I pretty much have gone against her rules. If you're tired, I don't want to keep you up. We have almost a full month to get to know each other. What made you do this? I have my reasons. It is not a short story. We have plenty of time to discuss this further. I'm curious as to why you have done this as well. That is a short story. How about we call it a night? I, for one, need my beauty sleep. He jokes. No, you don't. I want to scream. I'll clean up. You go ahead and go to bed. I get up from the cozy couch. Thanks for letting me join your carpet picnic. It made me feel special. You are welcome. I'm sure Shay will try to have more of those while you're here with us. Good night, Warwick. Good night, Sierra. I make my way to my new room. I remember doing this 2 months ago when I met Malcolm. I didn't last very long, me sleeping in the room he gave me. I need to make a real effort this time with staying put. I'm sure Warwick doesn't want me sneaking into his room with his daughter right down the hall. I sure as hell don't want to be the one to confuse an almost 6-year old. When I get to the bedroom, I open my suitcase to get out some pajamas. I see my cell phone sitting on the dresser. I pick it up to see if I have any missed calls or texts. I set it back down when I notice Malcolm called me and I have a missed text from Hawk. I pick it up again, then set it back down in a hurry. I take my pajamas into the bathroom with me to change. My heart wants to reach out to both of them. My head is telling me it's wrong. Maybe I should stop breaking Graham's rules. Is it really fair to Warwick or whoever else I date in the future that I keep in contact with the guys before them? I change my clothes and do all the nightly ritual before crawling into bed. I turn the bedside lamp off and then throw the blankets over my head. I've never been comfortable sleeping in new places. I start tossing and turning. I've tried to shut my mind off. It's not working. This house is very quiet. It feels strange to be alone in bed. I haven't slept alone since the night in the hotel room where I met Honk. Before that, I was in Malcolm's bed. What the hell am I doing to myself? The harder I try to sleep, the more I can't settle my mind. At this rate, I'm not getting any sleep tonight. How exhausted does a person have to be to just fall into a deep sleep? I'm physically tired. Mentally, I am worn out. I should be passed out by now. I can't take it any longer. I look at the clock for the 10th time since getting into bed. Almost 2 hours have ticked by. I reached over and turned the light on. I look around the room. I need something to do to help me fall asleep. As I scan the room, my eyes stop on the dresser. I get out of bed and get my phone. I run back to the bed as if I were a kid getting caught out of bed. I turn the light back off after crawling back into bed. I bring up the clock and set the alarm. All I need right now is to get up late. I put the phone down next to the pillow. Not even 10 seconds later, I picked it back up. I read the text message from Hawk. Hawk, I made it back safely. It feels lonely in my bus without you. I hope you're okay. I'm here if you need me, any time of day. I start typing. I'm doing all right. I miss you too. I use the back button and erase it. I really should not reach out to him. I put the phone back down. Damn it. Me. I miss you too. I'm getting into bed. I hit send. I wait for a response, silently begging him to text back. When a few minutes passes by, I realize he's probably not going to text me back. I do another big no-no in Grandma's rules. I call Malcolm. On the second ring, he answers, "Hello, Sierra." I seriously miss the sound of his voice. I miss the way he says my name. Hey, how are you? I snuggle under the blankets. Do you remember the first night I stayed at your house? Of course. How could I ever forget having you next to me? I wish you were across the hall from me right now. I wish that too. He pauses and I don't say anything. Can't sleep. I'm exhausted, but no, I can't sleep. I have an idea to help you. You have to close your eyes and just listen to my voice. Okay. I close my eyes and listen to him talk. His voice is soothing. He is telling me all about a meeting he had today. As I have my eyes closed, I pretend he's right here with me. It's working. My eyes are getting heavier. He just keeps talking. I feel my body giving in. The last thing I hear is him telling me how much he is missing me and that he's madly in love with me. Or is that just a dream? We got time for one more chapter. Damn, you girls are quiet tonight. What's up with you? Chapter 5, Warwick. This morning isn't the same as it usually is. Shay and I have an extra person at the breakfast table, a beautiful new guest. She is someone who seems to fit very well into our space. I know what you're thinking. How can I know this when it hasn't been a full 24 hours yet? I'm a strong believer when something is right, it's right without a second thought. There's no reason to second guess this connection. Just because I think Sierra fits into mine and Shay's world doesn't necessarily mean I think we have a love connection. There is hope that we will, though. When I say she fits into our world, it means it feels like we've always known each other. We've all met someone before and say it seems like I've known you my entire life. Meeting one another has been natural. That makes me happy that I decided to meet Sierra. Love or not, she's part of our lives now. I'm highly looking forward to seeing if this newfound friendship can be the love I've been missing in my life. In all honesty, I'm lonely. I miss human contact that is real. Yeah, I've had sexual relations with women, but nothing more than a one night stand or a weekend fling. I want everything a relationship is about. I won't lie, I'm still terrified not to try. Sierra, will you be here when I get home? I will be. Yay! Shay uses her arms to show her excitement. Then she looks at me. Daddy, can I play with Alaska before school? You have a few minutes before the bus comes. However, you need to make sure Sierra is all right with it. I think Alaska would love it. Shay takes her cereal bowl to the sink, to the kitchen, then she goes to play with the puppy. I glance over at Sierra. She sips her coffee while watching my kid and her puppy play. I wonder if this is how every morning will go. Could this be a new routine for Shay and I? I also wonder what she thinks about being here. Is she feeling this can work as I am? How did you sleep? Oh, I slept good once I started to drift off. I almost didn't hear my alarm. Do you need an extra blankets or anything? She smiles. No, it's perfect the way it is. Thank you, though. Are you still up going with me today? Are you kidding? I'm looking forward to going. Great. I get up from the table. Okay, little lady, it's time to get you ready for the bus. Sierra, are you going to watch me get on the bus? I wouldn't miss it. We all go to the front door. I give Shay her jacket to put on. Then I get her backpack off the hook. I hold it up for her while she slips her tiny arms through the straps. As we walk down the driveway, Shay holds Sierra's hand instead of mine. Before I decided to place my bid to date Sierra, I thought long and hard about a bond that may form between the two of them. I wondered how Shay would handle the loss if Sierra doesn't pick us in the end. Was I going to give Shay false hope to have to have a mother figure in her life? I chose to do this because I know I'm not going to know the outcome unless I put us on this path. If Sierra doesn't end up in our lives forever, I still need to know how it affects my daughter. As I said earlier, I'm lonely. I don't want to be a single dad forever. I see this experience as a test trial for us both. The unknown is unpredictable. This could be the best thing I've done to extend our family or the worst idea I've ever had. Live and learn, right? Shay gets on the bus. She picks a seat where she can see us. She waves goodbye with a smile I haven't seen before. My kid is happy that Sierra is here. I cross my fingers that I made the right decision. My little girl has been my everything for almost 6 years, and I am her everything. I am the only parent she's ever had. Are you ready to hit the ball field? Absolutely. I just need to grab my purse and phone. We go back to the house. Sierra gets her things and I get my duffel bag. When she came back down the stairs, I noticed she put sneakers on. Smart girl. I have a few things planned for us today. We enter the ballpark and right away Sierra's eyes light up. I kind of have those butterflies that I had as a teenage boy taking my girlfriend to a game. Baseball has been my life since the 8th grade when I was in high school when I was in high school, I had my first girlfriend. The guys laughed and joked around whenever one of us got a girl and brought them into our clique. To us, the game came first. It's your first love if you were a true player. The girl always has a secondhand love. Was the secondhand love. The girls didn't care. They just wanted to date a jock and wear your Letterman jacket. As we grew older and moved on, some of us kept the game their first love. I was one of them. It took me years into my game to allow a woman to take over. I have no regrets. Sadly, life changed without a warning for me. I went through every emotion I possibly could have. I stand here today still loving the game, except Shay is my first love and baseball second. With any luck at all, a woman will fill a void in my life. Baseball isn't going to last forever. What position do you play? I play right field. I started playing first base, but as I kept growing, my coach moved me to right field. It's where I've been since my junior year in high school. How tall are you? I feel like a midget next to you. I laugh. She is kind of short next to me. I am 6'5". No wonder I feel so short. Nina, Vincey, he's got way more height than you do. So before we go out on the field, I think I was supposed to take you shopping. I take her hand and guide her into the gift shop. You need some baseball gear. Should I get something with Parker or Williams on the back? She laughs as I raise my brow. Neither. I take her over to the counter. Order for Winthrop. I tell the girl. She goes and gets the order. Sierra can't hide her smile, even though she's trying to. When she brings out the jersey, I have her give it to Sierra. She takes the paper off, then reads the shirt. You got me a jersey with my name on? That is so awesome. You must try it on. The girl working here takes Sierra into a dressing room area. I wait on pins and needles to see if it fits. I'll be slightly embarrassed if it doesn't. Sierra comes out from behind the curtain. Well, how does it look? Looks perfect. Thank you so much, Warwick. I love it. I think you're missing something. I walk away and go over to where the baseball caps are. I pick one out and hand it to her. She giggles. I've never looked good in hats. She's a trooper, though, and puts it on. Yeah, that's not the type you need. She gives back to me. I get her a different one and bend the bill of the cap. Sarah puts her hair up into a ponytail. I hand her the hat. Now that hat is your style. Really? I don't look like a dork? I laugh. You are far from looking like a dork. I think you are pretty damn hot in my eyes. You're not so bad yourself. Please feel free to get anything you'd like. There's sweatshirts, tanks, pajamas, and more. I have to run up to the office to get your guest pass. I'll be right back. I love seeing the smile on Sierra's face. She seemed genuinely happy about the jersey. I hope I can continue to make her smile. Today went by so fast. I took Sierra out on the field. We played catch and did some batting after she met my fellow teammates. The guys welcomed her, and it was a huge relief they liked her. Ultimately, it's me who has to like her, but it's nice having your teammates' approval. We spend so much time together that it's nice having their support. We're just one big family. Most of them know what I've gone through. Them having my back now means the world to me. After we spent hours out on the field, a few of us went to lunch. It gave Sierra the chance to get to know my friends. I feel that's important since we're dating. I want her to know who I am. I have no intention of hiding anything. That includes the past. I know at some point I have to tell her about Shay's mother. I can already sense Sierra wants to ask about Sherry. We got back to my house in time to get Shay off the bus. We went into the house long enough to drop off Shay's school books. Also for Sierra to take Alaska outside for a bit. Now we're heading to Sierra's boutique. I'm looking forward to stepping into her life. I want to know whatever she'll share with me. This relationship isn't just about my life. There are three of us here. Not one of us is more important than the other. Sierra tells me that her best friend Porter works for her. She thinks the two of us will get along. She does, however, warn me that he is a busybody, but means no harm, especially when it comes to celebrities. I'm curious if he'll know who I am. If he does, I hope he doesn't know much about my past. I want to be the one who tells Sierra about me. I really don't like hearsay gossip. We enter Sierra's boutique and she goes running into his open arms. Sort of makes me jealous. They hug and tell each other how much they've missed one another. He gets a good look at her. Nice get up. He looks right at me. Hello, I'm Porter. Hello, I'm Warwick, and this is my daughter Shay. The two of them say hi to each other. Sierra, can I look around? Of course, Shay. Make yourself at home. Let me guess. Baseball clothing, you must be a right fielder, Warwick Winthrop. Oh, let me guess. Baseball clothing, you must be right fielder, Warwick Winthrop? That is correct. Are you a fan? I watch when I can. Sierra wraps her arm around one of mine. How about a little tour? I'd love that. I don't see any kids' clothes. I know. I don't have a line of children's clothes. I'm sorry. How come? I don't have the slightest idea what kids want. You should ask them. I agree. I totally should. My daughter goes back to browsing. Sierra takes me into the back room where she shows me her workstation. I have to admit, I know nothing about fashion. I've never been around so much fabric before. I can clearly see this is Sierra's first love. She is in her element right now. This girl keeps amazing me today. We go back out front. Porter is being a good guy with entertaining Shay. So I was thinking that we could go to Langford's Bistro for dinner. Porter pops up. I've heard that place is amazingly good. There is a 4-month reservation list, though. That is true. I have reservations at 5 for 4. Porter, would you like to join us for dinner? Both Sierra and Porter say, really? At the same time. Really? I made the reservation months ago. At the time I made them, I thought maybe Sierra would want to invite Millie, or you are welcome to take her place. I cannot go to a place that's nice dressed like this. I happen to know a girl who makes beautiful clothing. I could hook you up. I joke. I hope this girl has men's clothing for you, she jokes back. Porter is already browsing for clothes. I think this evening is going to go smoothly. I'm looking forward to stepping deeper into Sierra's life. Ooh, what are y'all thinking? You'd have to climbing. 6'5" and you only 5 foot nothing. Cindy, I agree. It has been a long day. All righty, ladies. And any gents, if I have them on here? I don't think so. All right, Nina, you gave the rundown, right? It's free on KU, and I don't even remember the price. So this was book number 3, March, in the Grandma's Silent Auction. And I still got to finish up January. I still ain't finished January yet. I know, heaven forbid. Nina, go buy the book. Cindy, I'll read his books anytime. I love me some Michael James. Unfortunately, I can't have many Michael James, huh? All righty, ladies. As you can tell, my voice is going. Allergies are starting to kick in. I think Nina and Vincy have spread their cooties to me. All righty. And let's go get this dog outside. She be stinking. All right. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Get some rest. Do all your reading and go outside and play some if you can. It's beautiful. Night, Cindy. Tell Michael I said thank you. You guys have a good weekend. Happy reading.